Today I'm showing you guys the best updated controller settings. With these settings and my sensitivity, your aim is gonna feel insane. And just by changing a couple settings, you can reduce your input delay so you can edit a lot faster. And this will work on console and PC. And these are the settings that I use to hit Unreal this season. And you can try these settings out in my 1v1 map. You can make your own custom crosshair even if you play on console. There are super clean backgrounds that you can choose. And you can turn on performance mode so you can play 1v1s with zero delay. And to find my map, just search up rule facts in Fortnite and my map should be at the top. Okay, now I'm gonna show you my new controller settings that I used in my last Unreal speedrun. Starting off with the video settings, window mode, you want to have this on full screen so you can get better performance. My resolution is on 1080p, and turn off VSync to get more FPS and lower input delay. I play on 240 FPS, but if you play on console, make sure to put this on 120. The more FPS you have, the better. Having more frames will reduce your input delay and make your game a lot smoother. For the rendering mode, I play on performance mode because it gives me more FPS and less input delay. All the pros play on performance mode. It removes all the extra graphics and it gives you the best performance. My brightness is on 123%. My colorblind mode is on Tritanope 8. And using this will make your game a lot brighter, so it will be easier to see opponents. User interface parallax, turn this off to reduce input delay. My 3D resolution is on 100%, and I suggest you leave it at 100. If you put this any lower, you will get better performance, but your game is gonna look horrible and you're not gonna be able to see. My view distance is on far. If you put this on near, you're actually gonna get mobile builds, which give you better performance, but I keep my view distance on far to get the console builds because I like them better. Textures, keep this on low for better performance and more FPS, and disable report performance stats. Moving on to my audio settings, basically I have turned off everything that I don't use like music and dialogue and cinematics, and I have just left the important stuff like sound effects and voice chat. And my sound quality is on low. 3D headphones, I have that off. I also turned off background audio, and I have also turned off everything in subtitles to reduce input delay. It might not seem like much, but removing all of these extra settings adds up quickly, and you can remove a lot of input delay with a lot of settings. And lastly, make sure to turn on visualize sound effects so you can see footsteps on the screen. This makes it a lot easier to fight opponents. Moving on to my voice chat settings, I don't really use voice chat, so I have it turned off, but if you want you can copy these settings. So for the game settings, matchmaking region, make sure to have this on auto or the closest region to you. My language is on English. For the movement settings, toggle sprint, I have this on. This allows me to press my sprint button once and I don't have to hold it, so it's actually pretty useful. Auto open doors, I also have that on. Mantle and hurdle, I have on hold and press to jump. Hold to swap pickup, definitely turn this off so you can pick up guns faster. Toggle targeting, also turn this off. Mark danger when targeting, you can turn this on. This is pretty useful if you're playing a lot of duos or squads, so it's easier to mark opponents when you're aiming down sights for your teammates. Auto pick up weapons, I have this off so I don't mess up my loadout on accident. Swap inputs for the pump and dump shotgun, I don't really use it but I have this setting on. For my preferred item slots, I have the shotgun in the first slot, AR in the second, my third and fourth slot are consumables, and the fifth slot is utility, so that's usually like a grappler. And this is probably the best loadout you can have. You always want to have the shotgun in the first slot so you can pull it out quicker after building, and overall it's just very easy to use. Auto sort consumables to the right, you can turn this off if you have preferred item slots set up. Okay, for these building options, these are very important. Reset building choice and turbo building, definitely turn these on, especially turbo building so you can build faster. For my editing settings, simple edit, I have that off. Disable pre-edit option, I have that on, and auto confirm edits, I have that on both. And with auto confirm edits on both, you can edit and reset your builds a lot faster. You don't have to confirm any of your edits, so editing becomes a lot easier. So definitely turn this on if you want to edit faster. Turn off tips, and for these extra game options, just copy them, but make sure to turn off NVIDIA highlights. NVIDIA highlights records your game in the background, so it gives you a lot of input delay, so turn this off. And make sure to turn on tap to search interact, and max out both of these FOV settings. And turn off all the replays if you don't use them. Replays give you a lot of input delay, especially on console. And I have also turned off all the energy saving options as well. So for my UI settings, you can copy these settings to get my damage numbers, which look super satisfying when you laser someone. Make sure to put the damage numbers on list, put the scale on 125, and put the feedback on hidden only. and my HUD scale is on 70%. With 70%, it's pretty easy to see the game and you can also see your HUD. And lastly, another good setting to turn on here, which is not turned on automatically, is net debug stats. This setting will show you your ping so you can know what connection you have, and it's pretty useful so you can know if you're lagging or you have bad connection. Moving on to gyro options, turn off everything here to reduce input delay, and playing with gyro removes all aim assist, so it's pretty bad. Okay, so for my controller settings, controller auto run, I have that off. Builder Pro, definitely turn this on. This is super important, so turn it on. Edit hold time, make it as low as possible, and my slide hold time is on 0.100. Reset camera axis, put this on both, and reset camera time, make it as low as possible. Also, turn off vibration so it doesn't mess with your aim when you're fighting or shooting someone. For the quick weapon settings, I leave this on custom only, which is the default way of switching weapons, and I feel like it's the best. Okay, so for my sensitivity. To use my sensitivity, you need to turn on advanced options. My build and edit mode sensitivity is on 2.1, and they're both the same so I can be more consistent. My look and vertical sensitivity is on 41%, and they're both the same as well. And with this sensitivity, my mechanics are consistent. I'm able to edit fast and hit my shotgun shots. So 41% I feel like is pretty good. I also have turned off all the boosts, and I don't use instant boosts when building. I feel like boosts make me inconsistent, so I have turned them off. And my ADS sensitivity is on 8% with a 4% boost, and my scoped speed multiplier is 0.95. And this is the sensitivity I used in my speedrun, and it felt like I had aimbot, and I don't miss any shots with this sensitivity. So copy the sensitivity and trust me, your aim will be crazy. My look dampening time is on 0 and my input curve is on linear. Aim assist, keep this on 100% to have the best aim possible. My left stick and my right stick dead zones are on 8 and 6%. I don't really have stick drift, so if you have stick drift, make this a little bit higher, but you want to keep it as low as possible. Disable all the foot controller settings to reduce input delay, and the rest of these settings are for rocket racing. Okay, so moving on to my keybinds, I play with a PlayStation 5 controller. I don't use any paddles or any attachments, I just play right hand claw, and I will go through all my keybinds, and if you want you can copy them. I edit with triangle, jump with X, I sprint with the touchpad, I pull out my pickaxe with circle, I switch to my build mode with my left stick, I crouch with the right stick, and overall these are the best keybinds you will ever find for right hand claw. So if you want to learn claw, I also have a tutorial, go check that out, and in the long term playing claw will make you a lot better. Also, we're almost at 1 million subscribers, so leave a like and subscribe, and leave down some suggestions what I should do for 1 million subscribers. I might even do a face reveal, I don't know. And quickly, before the video ends, go check out my 1v1 map. If you guys didn't know, I make all of the maps myself, so it is actually not easy, it takes a lot of time. And I worked very hard to make this update happen. The map looks a lot better in my opinion, it's a lot cleaner, and there are a lot of custom features now. So go try it out and also favorite the map. So yeah, I'll leave the map code in the comments, go check out my 1v1 map, and thank you guys for all the support, and I will see you guys next time.